Okay, we're back in Legend of Heroes, Trails to Azure, and it's time to sort out this package mess. We had some packages that were delivered to the wrong addresses earlier. Technically, it's the fault of whoever wrote them down, but I still should have noticed that something was amiss. If it weren't for my other deliveries, I'd be able to lend a hand. I can't help but feel I'm letting them down. Since the independence proposal, I've noticed foreigners are more concerned about Crossbell's affairs than ever. Some have even called to cancel their travel plans to the state. I understand their perspectives, but at Crossbell, and it does sadden me. This desk serves as the immigration office and baggage check-in. If you need a package delivered abroad, why not ask the Kapua Delivery Service crew member over there? They become quite popular, not to mention they deliver packages faster than standard airmail. Oh, no one's up here. Hey, is that actually the Bobcat back there? I've gotten to know the folks from the Kapua Delivery Service pretty well. They're a prospering private shipping company, and from what I've seen, they do some pretty good business. I gotta say, the future's looking bright for them. Boarding platform's that way. You can't board if you don't have a boarding pass. And they just repeat that. Excuse me, are you with the Kapua Delivery Service? Yeah, I am. Who are you guys? We're with the Special Support Section of the Crossbell Police. We came to speak with you about the support request you submitted. Ah, it's you. Thanks a bunch. I'm in a real bind here. The job's going to take a while to complete, though. Are you ready to start now? Of course, you can count on us. The request is about some misdelivered packages, right? Yep, and boy were they misdelivered. You see, our company delivers parcels to places all over the continent, but unfortunately we made an error while we were here in Crossbell. Several packages were listed with incorrect addresses by our staff and sent to the wrong locations. That does sound like a problem. How does such a mistake happen to multiple packages at once? Well, our president's a little bit of a scatterbrain, to put it nicely. This isn't the first time something like this has happened either. One time he even mixed up a shipping label with a letter from a friend. Wow, that doesn't sound like your president's the most meticulous person out there. I won't deny it, but he's a good man. When we had nowhere to go, he took us in with open arms. Sorry, I got off topic there. Long story short, I need you to help straighten out all the packages that ended up at the wrong addresses. We usually have a local shipping company handle the cargo once it gets to Crossbell State, so I have no idea where it's going. So I have no idea where I'm going. Sounds simple enough. Do you happen to have a bead on where all these errant deliveries are? Yes, according to what I have here. A parcel for St. Ursula ended up at Mainz-der-Ziegel. St. Ursula received something from the residential district. Reclaim them, deliver them. You're going to need these. Fragile package, shipping label. This was the package that was supposed to go to Der Ziegel. And the shipping label is supposed to be attached to the one that was delivered to St. Ursula. That's right. First off, deliver this little parcel to Der Ziegel Inn. Then the package there should go to St. Ursula, which means you'll have to swap them with, the more I try to sort this out in my head, the more confusing it gets. Basically, we need to exchange and redeliver the packages in order. Yes, do that. Sorry, I know this is a mess, but I'm counting on your help. Don't worry, I think we can handle it. Let's start by going to Der Ziegel and Mainz first. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Package Pandemonium has started. So, we're gonna hop over to the garage. So I guess this is the closest thing you probably get to a clue that there's something. Well, it's not even really a clue, it's just to put you on a collision course with it. Hidden quest inside the inn, but we're not going to trigger that here. I'll also do the talking inside the inn, the hidden quest video. Hey, visit the kids from the police. Y'all looking to book a room with us? Not quite. We came to ask about a case we're working on. Have you received any strange packages lately by any chance? Strange packages? As a matter of fact, the most peculiar delivery came in earlier. Why anyone thought to send it to us, I can't even begin to guess. Do you happen to know something about it? Jackpot. Actually, explain the situation. So that's what happened. So the package we received was supposed to go to St. Ursula then. No wonder it was chock full of scalpels and such. That need to be re-sterilized, I imagine. I can only imagine how disconcerting it was when they suddenly arrived. You don't know the half of it. Luca got so spooked she was helping and throwing them out with the trash tomorrow. It's a good thing we made it in time. Let me give you the package you were supposed to receive. Thank you very much. Now let's have a look-see. Yep, these are the Berlin drinking glasses I ordered a while back. Positive this package is ours. Glad to be of service. Well then, can we just please have the package that was misdelivered to you? Of course, just give me a moment. Here you are. I trust you'll get it to the hospital where it should be. Heavy package. We will. Alright, let's drop by St. Ursula Hospital next. We should inquire at the reception desk. Over here.
どうしますか？目的地を選んでください。 お安いご用です。
Complete opposite side of the state.
はい、到着しました。
I imagine they're going to send us to the nurse's station. Welcome back to St. Ursula Hospital Special Support Section. What can we do for you today? About that, Sarah, there's something we need to ask you. It concerns one of our requests. Explain the situation about the packages. So that's what the package was. Our nurse admin Martha was racking her brain over it. She thought maybe a nurse made a mistake with the purchase order. A mistake, you say? Yes, it happens. One of our clumsier nurses has done something to that effect in the past, multiple times in fact. Did she now? So does that mean the package is currently at the nurse's station? It should be. Feel free to go to the second floor and have a look for yourself. Well, here's hoping. Really makes your heart go out to the poor nurse who was falsely accused. Just a little. Anyway, let's head upstairs. Until you find out who she is. That's the repeat from earlier. Honestly, Saran, you should be old enough to know better than this. Why is they can't even place a simple order without making these mistakes? There's gotta be some other explanation. Just ask Mayfa. She even watched me put the order together. I mean, sure, it took me 20 tries before I got the numbers right, but we did it eventually. The things Mayfa has to put up with. You're lucky she's so fond of you. Pardon us, did something happen? Oh, hello, Triple S. Saran here was tasked with placing an order for medical supplies, but we've run into a problem of sorts. The package that arrived didn't have any supplies. Instead of some sort of worn-out doll inside, goddess knows why. Mind you, this isn't Saron's first offense. Earlier this year, she botched an order of bedsheets, too. Come on, why don't you believe me? I'm telling you I got it right. Lloyd, are you thinking the same thing I am? Yeah, no doubt in my mind. What are you two referring to? We might know a thing or two about what happened here. Explain the situation. A missed delivery, so the package we received was never meant for us to begin with? That's right, we're currently in the middle of sorting it all out. Would this happen to be the package you were expecting? Heavy package. Pure so, these are the medical tools I placed an order for. Thank you for coming all this way to deliver them to us, Triple S. I suppose I owe you an apology, Saron. I hope you can forgive me. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions like that. It's all water under the bridge now, as long as you're still not mad at me. Almost forgot, they should have put it somewhere in there. Dug around the package for something. There it is, my new Kagemaru strap. Since we already placed an order, I figure I might as well add this to the package too. Isn't he just adorable? Saron, perhaps we're going to need to have another talk after all. Sorry to interrupt, but if you wouldn't mind, can we take the package you received by mistake? We'll make sure it gets to the right person. Of course, just give me a moment. There it is. Be careful with it now. Small trunk. Thanks, we'll take care of it from here. According to the shipping label that Aaron gave us, this package is meant for a private address in the residential district. All you have to do is deliver it, and the request will be complete. Residential district? It must be one of the homes near Speaker McDowell's, then. Do you recognize this address, Ellie? Let me take a closer look. I think I do, with this address. If I'm not mistaken, it's the empty house to the right of Representative Campbell's. Well, isn't that the house people kept saying was haunted 10 years back? Yeah, that's the one. The hell? Then what's going on? Is it possible someone moved in recently? Couldn't really say for sure. Only way to find out is to head there ourselves. Let's go deliver this package. So, if you remember much earlier in an earlier video, Imelda was calling Jurg about this doll. So, that must mean that abandoned house is actually one of the properties she picked up, and maybe the one she herself lives in.
Yes.
Because you know she owns stuff downtown, so she is a property owner already.
到着だ.
Residential. This is definitely the address. You're right, but the place doesn't exactly feel lived in, know what I mean? Did someone mess up? Maybe the sender wrote down the wrong address? It's possible. Even if they did, the delivery slip doesn't actually list a recipient, only a destination. Either way, we aren't going to find out anything for sure unless we ask. What's wrong, Tio? Nothing. Hold on, look. It's open. It was a little ajar, so I thought it might be. Well, we may as well show ourselves in and see if someone really did order this. I guess so. So now we're able to access this house from now on? Excuse us, is anyone home? What'd I tell you? No one lives here. But this is definitely the address listed on the delivery slip. The front entrance wasn't locked either. Who are you? Huh? A girl? Excuse us, little girl, are you the only one home? We're here to deliver a package and... Oh, you mean she's finally here? Don't just stand there, come in. The kid was so excited she even let you finish. Looks to me like we found a recipient. She's clearly expecting a delivery after all. That's odd, though. If there really was a little girl living here, I'm sure I would have heard it. Don't know what to tell you. You met the squirt 10 seconds ago, same as the rest of us did. So what the hell's going on here? Wish I had a good answer for that. But for now, let's follow her in and see where that leads. Maybe she can give us a better idea of what the story with this place is. Well, here's the package you ordered, I think. Small trunk to the girl. She's finally come home. Upsy daisy. That's one raggedy doll. Think it's one of those famous antiques, you know, from the Rosenberg studio? I don't think so. It doesn't look very expensive to me. So this doll, did it used to be one of yours, maybe? She's not an it. She's my beloved little sister. Isn't she just adorable? Is she now? Well, thank goodness we were able to reunite the two of you then. Thank you, everyone. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to take her back to our bedroom. Am I the only one who feels completely lost about this? Doesn't seem like anyone else is home either, no parents or anything. What's wrong, Tio? Nothing. It was only my imagination, I think. Hey, who's in there? Someone's at the front door now? Another guest, perhaps? Her parents don't seem to be home, so maybe we should answer for her. Good call. Imelda? Well, that isn't the Triple S, and what are you doing in a place like this? Well, we came on police business. What brings you all the way out here from your antique shop? Police business? What the devil for? This house has been completely abandoned for over a decade. That's what I'm doing here. I've been using this building as a warehouse for my merchandise for some time now. What's the matter? You look as if you just saw a ghost. Alright, what's the big idea here? You have to Imelda saying the truth about using this place for storage space. How do you explain the creepy little girl we just handed that doll to? Good question. We can always ask her ourselves. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this. Right, there has to be. Pretty sure she went into that back door just past the living room. What? Are your ears screwed on right? I just told you no one lives here. Where'd that little girl go? Think she's hiding somewhere? Lloyd, look at those. Huh? Dolls. I recognize the one we just delivered, but the other one looks just like the girl we spoke to. I think a lot of you owe me an explanation here, wouldn't you say? Now spill it. Or would you rather arrest yourselves for trespassing? I don't think that's how it works, but I'll try to explain. Lloyd told Imelda about the delivery, the little girl looked like the doll. I see, I see. Turns out what he said had a grain of truth in it after all. What are you talking about? I purchased one of those two dolls while traveling abroad many, many years back. They were said to have been crafted to resemble the daughters of a noble family from long ago. They were a set of twins, so two dolls were made. Unfortunately, I was only able to get my hands on one of them. There's nothing wrong with the doll per se, but strangely I could never convince anyone to even consider buying it. What does that last part have to do with anything? For a detective, you're astonishingly dim. The point is, you were made to deliver a second doll, whereupon you came across a mysterious girl who resembles the first. What I'm saying is, perhaps the doll came to life and summoned her twin to her, no? That's ridiculous. A certain man has always insisted to me that every doll has its own destiny. Perhaps the old fogey was on to something this whole time. Every doll has its own destiny? I do remember Maester Jorg saying something along those lines. Are you telling us that the girl we spoke to was the ghost of this doll? I refuse to believe it. The veracity of that claim aside, there is a substantial concentration of spiritual energy in this building. I can sense the presence of the three higher elements too, the way I could at the Moon Temple and Stargazer's Tower. In other words, what we witnessed may have been a spiritual phenomenon of sorts. A spiritual phenomenon? That would explain the hair saying up on the back of my neck. Man, this would be a hell of a lot easier if we were all just hallucinating. But if Teotot says there's something to it, I'm not going to tell her otherwise. You're kidding, right? I don't want to believe any of this. My, but it's fun to watch you all shiver and tremble yourselves silly. At the end of the day, whether or not you put any stock into the blatherings of that reclusive doll fanatic is up to you. But one thing is for certain, and that is... Now that the sisters are reunited, they can finally find a proper home. by which I mean a prospective buyer. And that's good news for my bottom line. It's always about the money, huh, old hag? Anyway, that wraps up this request, I think. Let's go back and report to the Kapoo Delivery Service employee. Right, sooner we leave this house of horrors, the better. And they warp us. Looks like you managed to get all the packages where they needed to go. You guys are lifesavers. Thanks, Special Support Section. It's no problem. So, not that's any of my business, but... Is she okay? Her face looks kinda pale. It couldn't have been. We didn't talk to her, did we? Guess she's still a little haunted by the experience. I don't blame her. Give her some time and she'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it too much. If you say so. Anyway, I'd best get going now. If I ever need help in Crossbell again, I'll let you know. Call us anytime. We'll be happy to assist. Package Pandemonium completed. Thank you for everything. You guys are real lifesavers. I should report back to the boss. Report back to the president that everything worked out alright. So if you didn't play the Sky games and didn't know the Kapuas were a noble family who lost everything, possibly to Rittner, yes, this possibly does tie into the quest earlier. And then they became bandits. So, yeah. I'm trying to remember if there were any references to Rittner and Sky, maybe, if the Kapuas mentioned his name. But yeah, it's possible he's one of those dangling threads that may spread across a few of the games. And by the way, if you don't remember Rittner, that's Minith's other name, who was for a quest a little while ago, which we could go report in, but I'll wait until after we deal with the hidden one. So yeah, that's it for now, folks. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.